IELTS reading can be challenging on test day if you aren't prepared. In this video, we're going to do some practice. We'll start by taking an overall look at the test. Then we'll practice with a reading text. There'll be multiple choice questions, some sentence completion questions, and also some practice with yes, no, not given questions. Let me give you a quick overview of IELTS reading. It takes 60 minutes, there are 3 sections, and in total, there are 40 questions. Time management is really important in this part of the test, so aim to spend no more than 20 minutes on each section. Here's how the scoring works. It's quite forgiving. You can miss a lot of questions and still get a good score. There is a slight difference between general and academic. In reading, there are 11 different question types which you could receive on test day. In this video, we're going to practice 3: multiple choice questions, yes, no, not given, and sentence completion. When attempting today's reading questions, try to take notice of any mistakes or errors you make. By identifying where you went wrong, you'll know what you need to improve before test day. If you're interested in learning some techniques and strategies for these tasks before we practice, be sure to sign up for free at E2 Test Prep and watch a few of our methods videos or attend a live class. Okay, let's start with the practice. You should start by taking about 4 minutes to read the whole text. Take some time to read now. I'll give you 2 minutes for the first 4 paragraphs and 2 minutes for the last 3. Okay, let's start answering the questions. We'll begin with yes, no, not given. Give these questions a go. I'll give you 4 minutes to try and answer them. Okay, let's try and answer the multiple choice questions. Again, I'll give you 4 minutes to answer them. Finally, let's attempt the sentence completion questions. Once again, I'll give you 4 minutes to answer them. How did you go? Remember, your goal is to get practice and experience. If you get any of these wrong, don't panic. Just look through the materials carefully and understand why the right answers are right and perhaps why your answer was wrong. This will help you improve and do your best on test day. Let's have a look at the answers, starting with the yes, no, not given questions. Number 1 says, taxpayers are funding remediation of the environment. Then we read in paragraph B, we are paying for this damage in hidden ways. And then later, taxes which fund agricultural subsidies and cleanup costs. So the author would agree that taxpayers are paying. Then for number 2, at the end of paragraph C, we read, So although food appears never to have been cheaper, when we look beneath the surface, we are actually paying far more for it than we might possibly imagine. The key phrase here is, food appears never to have been cheaper. So yes, the author would agree that food seems to be more affordable now than in the past. By the way, here's a pro tip. The last sentence of the paragraph is where a lot of answers can be found. So be careful when people advise reading the first sentence of each paragraph. Read the whole paragraph quickly and get a general feel for the text. That's how you'll get a high score. Moving on to questions 3 and 4 and paragraphs D and E. For number 3, it's not the cost that's subsidized, it's the production that is subsidized. So it's a no. Looking at 4, while they mention the negative effects on pollinators, there is no mention of bees specifically. So even though it's possible, we don't know what the writer thinks either way, so it's not given. Let's now look at the answers to the multiple choice questions. Looking at number 5, we see a very clear cause and effect situation here. It says there's a link between intensive farming and a range of diseases. So the answer is C. Here's another tip. When you read the text at the beginning of each section of the reading test, pay attention to any cause and effect relationships. They make great questions. Moving on, we can see here that figures for obesity are expected to reach 22 billion. So the answer will be C, predicted to continue increasing. Now for number 7, the key here is such externalities. We've been reading about the effects of intensive agriculture, so we know we're looking for something that references the effects. It's going to be either A, impacts, or C, benefits, and it's definitely not benefits. Again, this is a great reason to make sure you read the text before the questions so that you have a general idea about what the text is talking about. For the harder questions, you'll need to do this. How's it going so far? Did you get all the answers correct? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more IELTS reading practice. Finally, here are the sentence completion answers. Skyrocketed, environmental, public support, and agricultural subsidies. Well done. Now remember what I said about cause and effect? Before we go, we'll attempt 2 more bonus multiple choice questions. Read the text, think about the effect, and then answer the questions. Give these questions a go. I'll give you 3 minutes to answer. Great. Let's now look at the answers. So for number 1, what is the effect of hot temperatures? Geckos seek shelter in trees. And what is the cause of gecko breeding success? Hot temperatures. Of course, not all questions are testing for this, but it does help to think about this when reading and answering questions. So that's it. We're done. Remember, if you're wanting more practice material for IELTS reading or interested in learning our strategies for these tasks, sign up for a free trial at E2 Test Prep. Good luck!